Kazwa zvakare wana waMwari tofara kuchingamidzana zvakare kuchirongwa chedu chemazuva ose kunai pastor. Vatanga kutibata nhasi pachirongwa pano tiri kubatsirana kupindura mibvunzo yetogononge tiinayo pamusoro peBhaibheri. Saka sunungukaiwo kutumira mibvunzo yenyu. Kusvika kwamaita nhasi tiri kupindura mibvunzo wakabvunzwa. Nhasi is now day number 4. Day 1 pane mibvunzo wakabvunzwa waiti konai pastor. Kanyanga kaduku kari pana Daniel 8 verse 8 to 9 kaimirirei. Takawirirana kuti hatigoni kupindura mibvunzo iyoyo in one presentation. Saka for the past 3 days tanga tichiisa hwaro. Ende hwaro hwacho unotangira pakuti takaisa zviga zvekuti kana tichidzidza bhuku raDaniel tinoriverenga sei. Ndozvatakaita paday number 1. Day number 2 takabva taenda pana chapter 8 yacho yaabvunza but hatina kunanga paverse 8. Takatanga kutangira paverse 3 panotaurwa nyaya yegondobwe, a ram which had 2 horns. Ikaenda uko. Yakutonga pana Daniel ndakabva ndaona another god which was coming from the west. It had 1 horn. Zvikanzi yakareba nyanga, zvikanzi yakauya ikatunga gondogwe riya, ikadambura nyanga dzegondogwe, ikatsika gondogwe. Hapana akagona kununura gondogwe pasimba rembudzi. Zvikanzi asi nyanga iya yakadimbuka yega, panzvimbo payo pakamera dzimwe 4 nyanga dzakaenda towards the 4 winds of heaven. Saka takaona kuti Bhaibheri rakatisira pachena patakuvereka verse 20 kuenda ku23 kuti gondogwe raimirira Medo-Persia, God yaimirira Greece with the first king ane nyanga 1 iri kutaurwa ari Alexander. Then paakafa, out of his kingdom, his 4 generals ndo vakazotanga kutonga, but they divided the kingdom amongst themselves. Saka nhasi taakuchiverenga manje mavhesi akabvunzwa nehama yedu, verse 8 and verse 9. Ndopanobuda nyaya yeka-little horn. Panonzi panapa, therefore the God waxed very great, and when he was strong, the great horn was broken, and in its place came 4 notable ones toward the 4 winds of heaven. And out of one of them came forth a little horn, which waxed exceeding great, toward the south and toward the east and toward the pleasant land. It waxed great, even to the host of heaven. It cast down some of the host of the stars to the ground. He magnified himself to the prince of the host, and by him the daily was taken away, and the place of his sanctuary was cast down. And a host was given him against the daily by reason of transgression, and it cast down the truth to the ground, and it practiced and prospered. Then I heard one saint speaking to the other saint, and to the saint which spake, how long shall be the vision concerning the daily? Verse 18. Saka ndokanyanga kari kubvunzwa pasa kanyanga kaimirira ndofunga munhu zvakatomubvunzo zvaari kuverenga panapa. Now sekutaura kwandakaita kuti hatigoni kungoti apa tisati tawirirana zvakakosha zvinotenderedza kanyanga ikako kakabva kupi zvakafamba sei. Saka so far tataona kuti zvinhu zviri kutaurwa apa zviri kumirira madzimambo kubva paMedo-Persia pachiuya Greece ichitanga kutongwa naAlexander achifa, his 4 generals vachitanga kutonga, Greece ichidonha kuchizouya this little horn. Saka chekutanga chataurwa about the little horn is the direction from which the little horn comes. Because hanzi it went to the east, it went to the north, it went to the south, which means it was coming from the west. The little horn is a western power. Even mukatarisa language iripa out of one of them. Because vanhu vazhinji vanoitirana nharo kuti out of one of them ari kumirira chii, because panzi 4 horns grew and they grew towards the 4 winds of heaven, and out of one of them. Saka them ari kureva 4 winds here kana kuti them ari kureva 4 horns. Kazhinji kacho pfungwa dzinoda kumhanya pakuti 4 horns, but it's not correct. Why? Because mutemo wechirungu hautenderi kuti kana uchitaura pronoun unotaura kana mutsara uine manouns maviri, mazita mairi, paine pronoun kumberi kwawo. The pronoun refers to the last noun in that sentence. Saka horn panzi 4 horns grew towards the 4 winds, and out of one of them. Saka them has kutaura 4 horns, which is the first noun. Them are kutaura the winds, which is the second noun. Do mutemo we grammar. When 2 nouns are used in a sentence and followed by a pronoun, the pronoun is referring to the last noun that has been used in that sentence. Okay? Saka them are kumirira winds. Saka the little horn did not come out of the 4 horns, because the 4 horns were in Greece. So the little horn did not come from Greece. Because the little horn was Antiochus Epiphanes, who was a Grecian king after the 4 generals. But that is wrong interpretation, wrong grammar, wrong English. So far the Bible has given us the first clue. The little horn went to the east, it went to the north, it went to the south, which means it's coming from the west. Second clue, we are told that out of one of them, and them is referring to the 4 winds, which are the 4 cardinal points on the compass. Out of one of the 4 cardinal points of the compass, that's where the little horn comes from. It does not come from the 4 horns, because the 4 horns are in Greece. The little horn is not a Grecian empire. So it's coming from one of the 4 directions on the compass. And we know it's from the west because it went to the east, it went to the south, it went to the north. Saka the little horn power is a western power. Izvozvo zvakakosha kuzvibata nekuzviziva. Then I just want to go down to run down the characteristics that averenga panapa dzinoita kuti tinzwise the little horn. Number 1, and he magnified himself against the prince, okay, of the host. Number 2, he took away the daily. Number 3, he cast down the truth to the ground. Only God has truth. Saka the little horn fights God's truth. It casts down the truth of God to the ground. Number 4, he understands dark sentences. The little horn actually kills. He understands dark sentences. That's verse 23. He is a king of fierce countenance. Not chikisa. Also verse 23. He destroys wonderfully. Listen to those 2 words. Destroying wonderfully. Anoparadza but achita nenzira inoshamisa vanhu vese anenge achitoshamiswa vasingaona ari kutoparadza, which means vanhu vazhinji vanototeerera zvanotaura but vari kutoparadzwa. He destroys wonderfully. That's verse 24. He destroys the holy people. The little horn does not only fight the truth of God, it also destroys or kills the holy people of God. It kills those that worship God in truth and in spirit. That's the little horn for you. It stands up against the prince of princes. It stands up against Christ. It fights with Christ. It magnifies himself in his heart. He magnifies himself in his heart. He destroys by peace. How can you destroy by peace? He destroys wonderfully. So these 2 phrases, he destroys wonderfully, he destroys by peace. It's not the little horn power is a deceptive power. So it's very, very, very deceptive. It fights God's truth. It fights God's people. It fights Jesus Christ. It magnifies itself. It came from the west. It's a western power. But amen.